Jordan took an Uber from his house to school. The Uber driver charged an initial fee of $7.50 plus $2 per mile. The total fare was $25.50, not including the tip. How many miles did Jordan travel in the Uber? So first things first, I'm going to underline the question that's actually being asked, and that is, how many miles did Jordan travel in the Uber? Now for my O, my KIV, I'm going to go back and reread my question and pick out all the information I need. Jordan took an Uber from his house to school. The Uber driver charged an initial fee of $7.50. So this means initial fee is a one-time fee. This means before you even want to step into the Uber, you have to pay $7.50. If you don't pay that, you're not even getting into the car. So I'm going to say one-time fee. Then he was charged $2 per mile. That's going to be multiple times. Okay? So, last but not least, we have the total fare was $25.50. I'm going to transfer all my information. We have, I'll say, one-time fee, $7.50. $2 per mile. Total equals $25.50. There's one thing I'm going to add to my KIB so I don't forget. We're looking for amount of miles, meaning I'm going to use M to represent the miles that we don't know. L. I will take the information create an equation and solve for M. When you see something like solve for X or solve for M, that basically just means figure out what the actual value is. What does this variable actually represent? So, now I'm going to take all my information. First thing first, when I write equations, when I see that I have a total, I start there because that's the easiest thing for me, because I know a total is always going to be on one side of the equal sign by itself, right? So I have my 25.50 right there. I could cross that off of my KIV because I now used it, right? So now, first time, one-time fee, right? I have to pay that one time. I just did. I can get rid of that. Now, I know I also have to pay $2 for every single mile that the taxi travels, right? I know the $7.50, right, combined with the $2 that I paid for every single mile will equal $25.50. And when I say combined, what operation am I talking about? Not multiplying, adding. We're going to add. Think about it. Combine like terms, what are we doing? We're always adding them. We're adding them together, okay? So $7.50 plus, right? We pay $2 per mile, or Jordan pays $2 per mile, and we don't know how many miles he actually traveled. I now have my equation. Now I can solve it using PEMDAS backwards. First things first, I gotta get rid of addition or subtraction. I see this $7.50 right here. I wanna get rid of that. So I'm gonna subtract by $7.50 on both sides. I know on this left side, this positive $7.50 and this negative $7.50, when added together, create a zero pair, so they cancel each other out. So I can now bring my 2m down because I'm not using that yet. I can bring down my equal sign. And then I do $25.50 minus $7.50. I get $18. We're done with addition and subtraction. Now I have to get rid of multiplication and division. I know this coefficient of 2 and this variable of m are being multiplied, so I do the opposite to get rid of it. I divide by my coefficient. Whatever I do on one side, I have to do on both. 2m divided by 2 leaves me with just m. 18 divided by 2 gives me 9. So I'm done with my v, but I am not done yet. Let me mark that. This was my v. Now I'll do my e down here. So all I have to do for my e is confirm. I have to take that original equation I wrote, $7.50 plus the $2. But now that we think m is actually 9, I'm going to plug 9 in. I'm going to put it in parentheses because I know the 2 and the m were being multiplied, so I have to specify that the 2 and the 9 are being multiplied, and that is equal to $25.50. Now that I'm actually trying to solve the equation without a variable, I could use PEMDAS in the correct order. I do see parentheses, but I know those parentheses actually mean multiplication. So I'm going to say I'm done with parentheses for now. I don't see any exponents, so I'm done with exponents. I do see multiplication and division, so I'll do that first. I'm going to bring everything down that I'm not using. I have my $7.50. I have my plus sign. $2 times 9 will give me 18. I can bring down my equal sign, and I can bring down my total of $25.50. And if I actually add $7.50 to $18, I will get $25.50 equals $25.50